The reason why we are helping each other, the people who are wise and who are helping other people, we are being used for good things and for bad things. But you have to understand which one it is that you want to do and commit to that. And Nature Boy is committed, but you should never want to see nobody go down that road. I didn't. That's why I stayed and tried to be like, look, I don't like this. I tried so many different things. I tried so many different things to help our situation, and nothing worked, y'all. Nothing. He would tell me, you're my wife. You're supposed to have my mind. You're supposed to please me. You're a helpmate. And you know what's funny is because all of the stuff that he says is some real shit. If I want y'all to think about something. He says some real shit, but he's using it in the wrong way. Absolutely. I'm like, if I was with a man, I'm supposed to be his wife. I'm supposed to have his mind. I'm supposed to understand him. I'm supposed to please him, but not ever against my own acknowledgement. Not ever against my own child. Not ever against my sister and my brother that sits and sleeps right and eats right next to me and share the very same threshold that I do. Never. It's never supposed to go against you. It's always supposed to be in your favor. You are never supposed to be stressed out. And everybody who isn't in a relationship with Nature Boy intimately, I want you to look at your surroundings. I want you to really ask yourself what it is that you're doing. Literally, all you do in Carbonation is listen to Nature Boy talk for hours on end. Hours. Nigga be trying to stay up and everything. We've literally trained ourselves to stay awake so that he can finish talking. Otherwise, he'll say, what? Are you finished learning? Are you finished learning? How are you gonna go to sleep on me? How are you gonna go to sleep on a guru, on the Messiah? I'm your master teacher. You're not supposed to go to sleep on me. Give me 25 push-ups. And then you get down and give him 25 push-ups. Amongst many other times, if you didn't put a video up, think about this. If you did, and I'm talking to the people in Carbonation, you don't put one of his videos up, and then he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why didn't you put the video up? You sit around here, you don't do nothing all day, and you can't even put a video up? And he scolds you like you're a child. Like you don't mean anything but the greatness of his agenda. That's no way to live, man. You're not even a man. If you allow another man to squash you in a way, not only that, men, why in the world would you ever let any other man sleep with your wife? That is what the Most High covenant between you and that woman. You and that woman. Why would you ever let anybody come between that?
Preach.
Why would you let somebody manipulate you and tell you that those women are his lollipops? And that they're all gonna automatically be in love with you anyway because you're enlightened and you have all of this knowledge. Do you know that any other person who has been on the face of this earth who has had knowledge never abused any women through the process and never abused men either? Not to even sleep. I don't ever hear stories of any ancient prophet that has touched the face of this earth that was, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Men, and not only that, you allow him to send those women from you to them, to you, to them, to you, to them, to you. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. Like, and it's funny because he tells us his whole thing at the same time. Like, people say, you know, Nature Boy says online, like, you know me. I'm surprised you can because you should have known what you were getting into. And I'm like, he's right. You should know what you're getting into. You should sit down and read and watch all the videos so that you could really understand, you know what I'm saying, what it is that you're getting into. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. If y'all have questions, I'll answer them. But let me tell you something. This is a topic that I want to address. Serenity, Willow, Fury, whatever the fuck her name is, Stephanie, I feel for you. I really do. I really feel you. And I just wish that it would have been something different. You see what I'm saying? What I found out is that every woman that goes to carbonation, they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. Then it turns into them wanting to please Nature Boy, because that's what all of the focus is. The focus is always on Nature Boy. He's the chief. He's the messiah. He's the one. He's the... You see what I'm saying? So it's all about praising him and doing what he wants you to do so that you can get the recognition and the compliment from him to validate yourself, to make yourself feel good, to make you feel like you did something with yourself. And I had that mindset at one point in time. You know, I felt like I had to do good things to get recognition from him. Otherwise, I would be looked at in a certain way. I would be, like, you know what I'm saying? And I never like to feel like that. But no one should ever want to make you feel like that, and no one should ever make you feel like that, because then that means that person does not serve you. That means that you should actually get out of that relationship and be with somebody that just loves you for you. You see? And so Serenity was his wife at one point in time, in the beginning. And then she got out of a relationship with him. And then she went to another one. And then she went back. And then she got into another one. And she wound up leaving carbonation twice. You see what I'm saying? And so her whole thing was to be with him. But Nature Boy doesn't like Serenity like that. Serenity, he doesn't like you like that. So this is why you guys never worked out. Any woman, and I'm just saying, this is my personal opinion, any woman over there in carbonation who has a husband really doesn't want to be with the man that they're with. Serenity really didn't want to be with Rambo like that. When women get pregnant, this is what puts everything into a different perspective for them. And those women try to make themselves think that it's gonna work because, that's what Chief said to do. Chief suggested that I be with you, so I will just be with you. Or it'll be in the process where, they'll actually choose to be with that person, and then they'll be like, nah, I don't want to be with this person. And Chief is like, well, I think you should, because this is what he does. He matches people. He matches couples. He would tell you that you made the decision yourself. And yeah, you really did make the decision yourself. But when someone's behind what you would naturally think on your own and try to manipulate that, then you shouldn't let that person intervene or mediate your relationship. Hello. So Serenity really didn't want to be with Rambo. It wasn't until she got pregnant and was trying to work it out. Eventually, between her and Rambo, they was in so many different, and this is not even my relationship to speak on, but I went through it. So she was just going through a whole bunch of stuff, and eventually she decided to leave. For what reason? I don't even really know her reason to this day. I honestly think that she didn't want to really leave in the first place. But she was thinking about Zen, and maybe she didn't want, who knows what happened in that process. But Serenity, when I got with Nature Boy, every woman was shunned out because of the so-called energy that me and him had. And I want y'all to understand something. I'm a certain type of woman. Like, I didn't know myself back then, but now I know myself. So I have certain things about me that I won't allow people to do. So Nature Boy knew that he had a task on his hands with me. He knew that he had to give me a certain type of loving. He had to create a certain type of situation for me to feel, for my energy to feel as comfortable as it was to stay that long. Because if he had treated me any other way prior to him slowly letting his guard up, to really letting me know what he's doing so I see, then I would have been out of there. You know what I'm saying? I would have been out of there before this day. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of it all, she was threatened by that energy. So she backed out. And she was like, I can't be your wife. He was like, fine, I don't like you anyway. Basically, in so many words. And Serenity was very hurt about that. Obviously, she made a video. She was crying in the video saying how she was supposed to be his wife. Then, come to find out, she actually got in contact with my cousin and had a conversation with my cousin about how she was supposed to be his chiefess, how she was supposed to run the women. And I just want y'all to understand something. There should never be, like Nature Boy wants to find this perfect woman that's going to submit to him and be his counterpart into the evil shit that he's doing to people and to the world. And he wants that woman to be a mother in their home. He wants that woman to run the other women, like, you do this, you do that, like, bitch, like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that never was in me like that. I'm not there to run another woman. I'm there to co-create with another woman. I'm there to be, you know what I'm saying? Not to be with them sexually, but because people would ask me, like, are you bisexual? This and that. Let me tell y'all something. I have had encounters with women, but I do not like women like that. I wouldn't choose to spend the rest of my life with a woman. I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman. I don't want to have sex with a woman. And that's just my own personal views. But at the end of the day, no one is going to force me to do anything. You see, no one's going to force me to do anything. So, Serenity, she was pushed out. Then when I see her going back because of the conversation that she had with my cousin, I'm like, why would she be going back? And I could only think the only reason why she would want to go back is to see how it is there without me, because I came before her. She came after me. So she may want to feel how it's going to be. Who knows why she's going back, but it's not good. It's not good. And obviously she never left Carbonation, because ain't no way in the world you look that sick. Like, Serenity looks sick, Sunny looks sick, True looks sick, Sheba's starting to look sick, Caliber looks sick, Aya looks sick, Ra looks very sick. It's just crazy. Like, and everybody starts to look a different way over time, because everybody's different. Some people are more, I don't know what to say honestly about that, but even I looked sick. Like, I looked sick, and I was not liking that. Like, I couldn't. Like, Sunny, it's striking in my heart, y'all. It's just coming out of me. Sunny had came to the door. I briefly seen this. Sunny came to the door, and she said that she had threw up, and Nature Boy told her that she was gonna be okay, like, as if he wasn't gonna, like, get her a midwife. 5 months pregnant, you're supposed to check on the baby, you're supposed to check on the, you know what I'm saying? Told her that she's gonna be alright. And that broke my heart, because she doesn't look well to me. And I just personally feel like they all should be, you shouldn't want to go to the doctor exactly when they have the baby. You should want to take them to, you know what I'm saying, to get that help, until you at least get somebody who knows how to do that in your home, so that person can be okay. Because pregnancy is not a joke. If any of these women fall malnutritious and their organs start to shut down because they're not eating enough, or they're not sleeping enough, or they're not in a good environment while they're pregnant, and their organs shut down and they die because of that, Nature Boy, you're fucked. Like, you can't come back from an autopsy of someone who says organ failure, and they died because of organ failure when they didn't have organ complications anywhere in their life prior to that. You see, you want to talk about covering your ass, but what are you covering? Like, let's really sit there and think about that. You're not covering anything. And I just think that it's crazy, because why would anybody leave their child? Like, I couldn't leave Eliana. Bitch, you got me all the way bent. Like, that child came into your life for a reason. Came into your life for a purpose. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you ever leave that? When a child portals through you, it's your responsibility. It is on you. The universe sent that through you. And if you abandon it and you try to go find something else, or throw that child off on somebody else, that's karma. That's karma for you. That's not good. That's not something good. Because that's your responsibility. If it was someone else's responsibility, the baby would have came out of them. We are teaching these children. They are the little souls that we have to guide in this world now. You can't just leave your kids. So anybody over there who has left their children, I really want you to understand what your children going through right now. Like, I'm sure that they think about you. I'm sure that they're like, where the fuck have you gone? And then when you come to your realizations of what actually happened, you're gonna regret all of the time that you lost taking care of them. Nature Boy wants to tell people that let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of attachments. Let go of what doesn't allow you to enter the kingdom of God. But let's talk about the kingdom of God. Like, it's called righteousness. But you don't know what righteousness is because you obviously live in a world of evil. You live in hell. Like, you really do. Because in no way, if you represented righteousness, you would be exploiting women like you do. You would be mistreating them. You would mistreat yourself in the process. You would humiliate the guys. You would strip them from their manhood and then call them all type of weak bitches in so many words, but then try to cover it up and make them feel a part of your group to keep them in this mental loop. That's not cool in no way, form, or fashion. So, honestly, I'ma just be real. Like, I hope Serenity does leave the baby with Rambo. I hope that she does, because baby Zen doesn't need to be over there. He doesn't need to be a part of that. He doesn't need to see that growing up. He just should. I wish that Rambo keep him. You see? And for real, I can't tell a grown woman what to do. I can't tell a grown man what to do. But at the end of the day, Serenity, I hope you come quick to your senses and really, I hope you see my video. And I hope that you really think about what it is that I'm saying. Me and Serenity used to have talks about the weird shit that Nature Boy used to do, and literally have to recenter our mind back into his paradigm, because we were coming off like, oh shit, this is fucked up. And then we were like, yeah, it's that bad. I've had conversations with Aya about the fucked up shit that goes on in carbonation, and then we have to recenter our mind to his thinking so that we could coexist with him. I've had talks with Ra about how I feel, and she agree. But then we would talk ourselves right back into his oblivion. I've had conversations with Joy, the one who left, the infamous Joy, the one who left, and the one who came back and is mad as fuck at her own self because she's back. Cognitive dissonance for real. So it's just a lot, that it's anybody who is thinking about going to carbonation, anybody who wants to go to carbonation or in carbonation, it's not good. It's not good for you. It's not. And I'm saying that because I'm experienced with it. I've left, and once I came back to my senses and came back to everything, I felt really bad for the people that I hurt it in the process. And I still to this day apologize to everybody who I've hurt in the process. Everybody. And I just feel like shit about it. But I have to keep moving. I have to keep pushing on, because at the end of my story is my story. What I went through is my testimony. But I'm a woman now. I gotta keep going. So, it's so much more to life than running the jungle of a foreign country that you know nothing about, and isn't really like on with that. It's so much more knowledge that I could say right now. I just want to keep it at this right now, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that I can say about knowledge, if you really want to know about knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to disclose that part of myself yet because, not yet. Not yet. At the end of the day, there's so much more to life than to be manipulated. There's so much more to life than to, live in someone else's world that stagnates your personality, stagnates you from truly expressing yourself, squashes you in the process. You see, and you can give me the moon, the stars, the mountains, the sky, a picnic, whatever you want to call it. But if I have evil, if what in return from that shiny, pretty life is in return evil, bitterness, animosity, and hatred, and sexual deviancy, and all of this extra stuff, I don't want it. I would rather be at my wit's end than to ever participate in something that destroys humanity. I hope y'all hear me.
We do.
Peace.